Alright everyone, I'm back with part 3 of my Belmont's matchup tier list and discussing the character in competitive play. And so now we're going to be going over the Brawl veterans and how they do against the character. First off, I'm going to start with Meta Knight. So again, I'm going to discuss the character, and after that you guys can go ahead and give any feedback or thoughts that you might have. So Meta Knight, I'm probably going to put a little bit behind Roy and Chrom. I think that Meta Knight wins this matchup, especially because of how far he can go off stage. He can easily gimp Belmonts with back airs, down airs, nairs. He can easily juggle and combo as well. The only struggle I see for him that doesn't make it something like a 60-40 in his favor is the fact that he has a very linear approach game and isn't too fast in the air. I'm not going to take a whole lot of time to go over this one, but if you guys disagree or have any interesting thoughts, you can go ahead.
I got nothing. You got S2H in your region, so...
Oh.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I've also got a really good Meta Knight over in my college. Yeah, his name's Soro. And I will say this about Meta Knight.
Is it Cyro?
Soro?
Soro, okay. Yeah, there's a SoCal player named Cyro who plays Roy and Meta Knight.
Yeah, Meta Knight in general, he might have trouble approaching because Meta Knight is outranged.
Right.
But he does have neutral B to gimp us. He does have Meta Knight Drill Rush. He just has a lot of tools with which he can use to get in. And also the Dimensional Cape, or as I like to call it, Nothing Personnel Cape. He can use that to get in.
Right. Not only that, he can actually escape the ledge entirely by doing that. I have a lot of Meta Knights who fight me do that. But it does get a little bit predictable if they use it too often.
Exactly. Yeah. So like the tools he does use, there's so few that you can sort of read out when they're going to use them. But those are still tools that they do have that gets them the edge.
Right. Okay. On to the next newcomer. I believe is Pit is one that easily comes to mind. Where is Pit? Let me make sure it's still recording. Okay, good.
Wait.
Alright, so Pit and Dark Pit. If I were fighting Belmont, I'd probably go Pit because of his ability to curve the arrow's trajectory a little more easily, which allows you to intercept the tether and gimp him. I'm going to put this about where Sheik is. I honestly think it's even. Pit has very solid tools to gimp Richter and take him off stage. However, he's going to lose a lot of the time in neutral, just like Game & Watch. He has reflectors, however, they last for a really long time, and you can easily bait them out and grab him. And because Belmonts are gifted with throws that have high horizontal knockback, that'll put him in the corner, and you'll have a really hard time. I mean, again, he has the reflector, but he's not going to be able to use it to get out of ledge traps very easily. He has that up special that has a lot of vertical or horizontal distance, despite on where you direct it, but it's not going to allow him to go over the ledge traps like some of the characters that can beat Richter. And so, again, not a whole lot to say on this one. I think it's about even, unless you guys really disagree with me on that.
I'm going to agree with you and say that it's even. His side beam is also really good for reflecting projectiles and sort of negating those.
It's somewhat a burst option, but I think it's good for powering through stuff.
It is a good burst option, but it also has a lot of end lag, which can just result in him getting whipped. Same thing with the down B. The down B is also good for keeping Belmonts out for if they do go for a grab, because it pushes them away too.
That's true.
Considering how bad Belmont grab is, it can sort of leave.
Right, but I feel like that's only at the beginning. He still has to hold the move. You can just dash grab him and it'll go through it.
Yeah. So
okay.
It's definitely even.
Next one. Next Brawl character I'll bring up is Zero Suit Samus. This matchup is absolutely atrocious, to say the least. Like, I lose to like 75% of the Zero Suits I face as Belmont. In neutral, she just pokes in at that perfect angle with her aerials. She loves to approach aerially. She's extremely fast. Her Zair, the tether, and her side B can almost practically outrange Belmont's whip attacks. She can use Flip Kick as a mobility option to go off stage. She can Flip Kick through Richter's ledge traps, which negates them entirely. She has a solid juggle game with her up air and has an up B that kills off the side. Any horizontal knockback is great against Belmont as well. She can also crawl. She can low profile as well, which can make her a little bit harder to hit. This is another character like Fox and Pikachu, where she was pretty much has the perfect toolkit to deal with Belmont. So I'll put her in the 60-40 between Fox and Pikachu as like probably his third or fourth worst matchup.
This is another character that I would say just counter pick.
Mm-hmm. Anything in the 40-60 down there at the bottom, I would consider using a different character in the matchup.
I'm in Mars's region. That's all I gotta say.
I had to fight him at Shine, and I went Snake. I almost never play Snake, and it went almost twice as better. That's not grammatically correct, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. So I actually talked to Mars about the matchup. I think this was around June, and his exact words were, "ZSS schwags on Belmont, and if you want to succeed at all in the matchup, you have to play super anti-aerial. Like you said, ZSS comes into that perfect angle, so you're going to have to do a lot of short hop aerials against her, like to angle the whip against.
Right.
And I don't know, just use Flaccid Jab or something."
Yeah, just do whatever. Go hero. My motto for hero is might as well. Having a chance is better than no chance at all.
Yeah. I mean, it negates the laser, and it might also cover the angle she jumps in.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Well, we'll go ahead and talk about the next character. It seems like a lot of Brawl veterans have a good time against Richter. Another one is going to be Wario. Wario, I'm going to say, does about as solid as Mario. And that's because of how the waft mechanic. Against a lot of the zoners, he doesn't even have to approach because he can just passively charge up waft, and that forces a lot of zoners, including Belmont, to have to approach him. He doesn't have the range, but he has speed. He can go off stage with his amazing recovery, and his combo game is one of the best in the game. I think that's pretty much all I gotta say. I think I'm just gonna immediately move on to the next one.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, what did you at least notice about the matchup when you're playing against XL at Shine?
XL at Shine. He played extremely patient. That's something really important about the matchup. He pretty much just waited until I made a mistake and would punish me with forward air. I mean, he didn't get a lot off of it, but he was winning neutral. And then once he finally got an opening, he would get those up tilt combos. And with Belmont being one of the most comboable characters in the game, a perfect weight for those waft combos, he's pretty easy to kill, especially considering that waft sends horizontal. Again, the horizontal knockback on that is nasty.
Like I said, he had speed to get in, and usually getting in is where a lot of people struggle.
If the Wario doesn't know what he's doing, then yeah, he's gonna have a hard time. But with his speed, he can get it eventually.
With most matchups, though.
All right, next one is Wolf. I'm gonna put him next to Mario as well. I'd say I'd rather fight Mario than Wolf, but I'd rather fight Wolf than Falco, in my opinion. I know he's one of the space animals that does extremely well against him, but the thing is, he doesn't have the range or the speed, and he can't go off stage like Falco. He doesn't have the speed of Fox, he doesn't have the combo game of Fox, and he doesn't have the off-stage game that Falco possesses. He does have the reflector and the laser, just like the other Spaceys, but I think I have a large say in this matchup. I fought so many wolves. I used to really hate the matchup, but I think I got used to it, and I think it's one that's gotten tolerable for me at this point. His main approach options are going to be Nair, and he's going to try to grab you, but he has to do a really good job mixing up his approaches, because his Nair is extremely telegraphed. You can up B out of shield pretty easily against it. And again, you guys, if you haven't paid attention to the scene, I mean, Nitro's beaten K9, he's beaten Larry's Wolf, he's beaten Charlie to King's Wolf, K9's Wolf, and Larry Lur's Wolf with Belmont, so it's definitely a lot doable in some of those 60-40 matchups. Alright, I guess we'll be going to the next character, Olimar. So, again, this is another this is a high tier character that I think Richter slightly has an edge in. And this is why you guys saw Shuton try and use Richter counterpick against Myron at, what was that? Frostbite. It didn't quite work out, but I think he did a lot better than he did in the Ditto against him. And that's because, again, like I said earlier, Richter does great against a lot of the other zoners, except for possibly Mega Man and Young Link. And so, he can outrange pretty much everything that Olimar has. All Olimar can do in the neutral is pretty much just throw Pikmin. He has no recovery on his he has no hitbox on his recovery. And if you see him going above you while ledge trapping him, it's pretty reactable as well. Olimar can somewhat go off stage, but it's really hard for him to play his game against Belmont's. And so he's a really good counter pick for that high tier matchup. Especially the fact that Belmonts are really good at shield poking with their fair, and now that Olimar's shield is somewhat dysfunctional, I think that's going to help him even more in this matchup.
I'm going to say this before the comments do. You can definitely dare Pikmin that are at your feet.
Yeah, that's a good matchup now. If you want to be godlike, I actually did that against IMHIP at Zotcade. It's like UCI's annual tournament. I took him to Game 5. It was really close until the end. And yeah, I straight up dared a Pikmin. I didn't even think I needed to do it to make back, but just had the swag, you know.
I've dared Patui to recover actually.
Is it the Patui, like Piranha Plants?
That's plant. Yeah, I've done that before. Yeah, that was fun.
I've dared the Nikita here and there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, same. So here's the thing: is I've dared a Nikita, and what ended up happening is I dared the Nikita, and it put me right above the snake, where he just up tilted me and killed me anyway. Yeah,
he just float up there and then just eat a boot to the chin.
He knew.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'll make a venue scream.
All right. Next Brawl vet. Let's bring up Snake. Snake.
Oh boy.
It's even.
It's even. I think it's even.
Let's go.
I think I'd rather deal with Marth and Lucina than Snake. I'd rather deal with Snake than Peach, though. I think it's even. So this is another high tier, top tier that he goes even with. Again, and I can't stop emphasizing this, he does really well against a lot of the other Zoner characters. If the Snake knows what he's doing, though, he'll use a lot of dash attack. If not, the Snake's just going to end up cornering himself if he tries to play his game, and when you're in the corner against Richter, that's the worst spot you want to be in. If he doesn't have his double jump, his recovery is extremely slow. The Snake is going to want to try to go high every time. However, if you stuff him out of his up B while he's trying to go over you, he's going to have a really hard time, because he has to slowly accelerate back into the air again. The Axe can actually destroy his Scythe, the Cypher, and he'll just die unless he immediately reacts to C4s himself off stage. He outranges a lot, and Cross just goes right through his grenades, or at least it makes them explode. And another Simon Richter difference, you might want to use Simon or Richter depending on if you want to detonate grenades with the Holy Water.
It doesn't matter. Both of them are the same.
Yeah. Both of them do like the same amount of damage that it requires to
blow up the grenades.
To blow up the grenades, yeah.
Yeah, the Holy Water type doesn't matter. They both.
Although you might want to play Simon if you want to.
Returning Cross comes out, like Returning Cross, it always goes through, I'm pretty sure, almost all the projectiles.
Right, yeah, Returning Cross. Yeah, keep in mind, if you guys don't know that, Returning Cross actually can't be reflected and goes through all projectiles. It's really good if you're fighting like Mega Man or Snake.
Yeah, that's the best thing.
Okay.
Also, I'd like to note that Richter is better in the matchup because it blows up grenades.
No, that's what we were just talking about.
Why it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Both of them do. And go ahead and go into training mode.
Really?
If you're not quite convinced, yeah, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is link bombs with Simon, blow up, and explosive items if you play items, or holy water with fire Pikmin. That's literally it. We used to think it was grenades, but then we found out that we were just all fucking idiots.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm also in Palka's region, so I'm gonna have to play that matchup a lot this coming semester. Mm-hmm. So that's something that's gonna give me an edge, but it's also Pelka.
So, this is really important for you guys. Before I fought MVD in the crew battle, and before I played Shogun at Evo, I lost last hit game 3. We were both at 200% against AC. And a lot of the times Armando, the Snake and Falco player, and Mennonite player, a lot of the times I died from Nikita. That's like the main thing. He told me he thinks the matchup's even because Snake has Nikita. And so what I did is before, and not that I was ready to fight MVD in the crew battle and it worked out. I took 2 stocks, he took 1. But I had my friend just hit me off stage with Snake and Nikita me. And I wanted to find out, is there a way to get back to stage 100% of the time? Or is there a way that Snake will Nikita you 100% of the time? Or is it a mix-up? And I found the most optimal way to beat Nikita, to recover against Nikita and Richter, is to DI up and in and immediately use your double jump after getting hit off stage. You want to recover high, as high as you can. And the reason this is because Nikita takes a while to turn around. And so if you see Nikita, if you see him angle it up towards you, he's essentially committed to going up towards you. So you can either air dodge through it, nair through it because you're high up, and then recover with tether up E below. Or if you see him going low, then you'll have time to throw a cross at it, fair it, and just tether over it. So again, don't air dodge in, because air dodge in is typically a good recovery option after getting hit off stage, but not against Snake, because if he knows you're going to air dodge in, he can immediately send Nikita right at you and hit you before the lag from your air dodge is over. But again, remember, you can nair through Nikita, you can throw cross at Nikita, throw it off. If you're feeling really ballsy, you can go ahead and dare it. But there's a lot of solutions to that. So the next matchup I'll go over is DDD. DDD is 60-40. Like, it's really hell for DDD. I'm probably going to put him right next to Ice Climbers. His Gordos, you can just whip him back at him. The Cross will send it back at him. The Axe will hit it back at him. He can try and inhale and reflect back at you, but if you know he's going to inhale, you can just go ahead and forward smash him. He's an extremely huge hurt box. You can combo him. Probably easier than he can combo you. And there's not much else I can say. It's really bad for DDD, honestly. You guys got anything on that?
Well, only thing I have is just him setting up his Gordo on the ledge there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they can ledge trap each other.
Yeah, being able to, hitting it against the wall, because if he jumps off stage, he sticks that Gordo on the wall. You can't pull up and tether, otherwise you just get hit and popped up into like an F smash back there, whatever the hell he wants to do.
Right, you gotta watch out.
So you just kind of have to delay that.
But he kind of has to beat you off stage, you know.
Yeah. His airspeed is atrocious.
Yeah, that too.
But if there's a situation where Belmont is off stage, do you think that DDD can possibly get a chance
he can get a back air or fair or something like that, but
something like that.
They have a lot of startup, so he's gonna have a hard time against insta reel, and also the swing.
It's just player dependent. It's probably just player dependent.
It's situation dependent entirely. Like if he's far away from ledge, if he's close to ledge, he can nair you to prevent you from insta reeling. But because he's slow in the air, it's gonna take him a long time to get down there if you swing low. Also.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like you said, when he does when he does have a read on your projectiles and he does end up boring them at the right time, then that could become a problem for you. But also, Gordo becomes your 4th projectile, basically. Mm-hmm. So if he does try to throw a Gordo at you, on stage, that's just him hitting himself, essentially.
Right. Okay, so for the rest of the Brawl veterans, I'll put in Sonic. Sonic, I'd probably put in around where Mario and Wario are. I think that he wins this matchup pretty well, despite being a low-tier character. He has the speed, he has the off-stage game, he can gimp with Spring. I feel like Spring might even help him go over his Belmont's ledge traps. He can use homing attack, which can gimp, his back air can gimp, and it's really hard for Belmont to just get a hold of him. He's hard to juggle as Belmont. Well, most people are hard to juggle. He has a relatively small hurt box. The only good thing for Belmont is that he's light. The cross can kind of keep him from being on the ground or in the air, wherever you choose. The Sonic doesn't even have to be too patient, honestly, to get in. So I think he wins that solidly. Another Brawl veteran is Ike. I want to say Richter beats Ike pretty well. I'm going to put him where Bowser is. And I think that's because he just gets outranged. I've played a few Ikes, and you know he wants Nair. Like, it's his main tool in neutral, and if you can just punish it with up B out of shield 9 times out of 10, it's an easy win. He's going to try and recover with quick draw, his side B, over you. So if you can just anticipate that, you can easily punish it. Well, it's not too easy to punish if you don't know the matchup. It has really low end lag when it's on the ground, but you can throw Cross or Axe to try and intercept it, or even Holy Water. But if he's forced to use Aether, his up B, it's just like Chroms, where you can F smash it if he misspaces it, or hit it with an Axe, etc. So I think that's 55-45 in Belmont's favor slightly. Only slightly because Ike does have a very strong combo game and even a juggle game with his new up air. Next up is Diddy Kong. If you guys got to say anything, make it quick because I'm trying to power through here.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I was just going to say Ike's up B is even more punishable than Chroms is, I would say.
It doesn't have that invincibility going up, right?
Yeah.
Next up is Diddy Kong. I'm going to put Diddy Kong where Link is. If you...
Really?
I think that it's 55-45 Belmont. The best player at UCI mains Diddy Kong, and all you gotta do, like your main game plan, is just once he throws out Banana and it's on the ground, just throw all of your special moves and projectiles at the Banana so he literally cannot pick it up. If you just keep him from using his main tool, it's gonna be really hard for him to do anything off of you. He has no long range options. He's not very fast. His only burst option is the monkey flip, and sometimes Diddy Kong will try and monkey flip over your ledge traps. That you can actually react to and catch with up special. His recovery options aren't that great. Aside from that, he has the barrels, which might be able to go over you, but it doesn't have much of a hitbox on the way up. You can intercept it with Axe and Cross, etc. Next I'm going to go over Pokemon Trainer. I'm going to go over all the Pokemon individually because I feel like it's very important. I believe that Richter actually beats Ivysaur. That's another really important one. I'm going to put Ivysaur where Ike is. Because Ivysaur just straight up gets outranged. Not only that, his most important tool, I'd say, his down air spike, is completely negated because of how Richter and Simon have Tether. They can just hang and wait for him to use his down air. The Ivysaur would have to time it perfectly to spike Belmont's, honestly. And you can, again, he's kind of like those other projectile characters where you can outrange and punish his Razor Leafs when he shoots them out at you. And Ivysaur is not a very fast character, so it's going to be very difficult for him to get in. A lot of his aerials you can also punish with up B out of shield, and you can throw a lot of axes to try and intercept his tether as well. And then Squirtle gives Belmont the hardest time out of any of the Pokemon, or any of Pokemon's trainers. Pokemon. If I were a Pokemon trainer in this matchup, I'd try and use Squirtle as much as I can. I'd say it's almost 40-60. Would you guys say it's 40-60, or would you say it's 45-55?
I want to say it's debatably 45-55, but on the lower end, more towards like Yoshi Falco.
Yeah, I'll put him right between Yoshi Falco, honestly.
It's a pain to hit. I know he gets hit by a lot of like your weak fares as opposed to your strong ones. Mm-hmm. It's really weird. It might
the
be
way he moves
because of his tail
size. He's basically Pichu without Thunder Jolt. I don't think I need to talk a whole lot about it. He's really fast. He has a really strong combo game. He can gimp. He can use. He can gimp you with basically his neutral B, which is basically like Flood, Mario's Flood. And he can go. You can really go somewhat deep off stage and intercept other. Next up is Charizard. That's a 60-40. Charizard, I'd say on the better end for him of 60-40, because he does have some combos and can possibly gimp off stage, but he's just a big body, he's slow. His only burst option is super committal, which is the Flare Blitz. If he misses Flare Blitz, you get a free F Smash, or even a Holy Water F Smash, and he's screwed, so again...
But if you get hit by it, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you're dumb.
But I'm a fucking idiot.
I almost got hit by it a few times, but again, this is another top
Riddles
tier
got
matchup.
hit by it a lot.
Yeah.
What was that thing?
I said this is another
Riddles got hit by Flair with a lot. Sorry.
against Pandarian.
I know.
Yeah.
So interesting enough, this is another top tier character that I think Richter does well against. Any more Brawl characters? Duck Hunt, Ninja, Hero.
There's Lucas.
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 I think that might be the last. Whoa, no, not yet. Lucas. I think it's even. I think he's Game & Watch. He's basically where Game & Watch is. It's because
Also, Toon Link.
I'm not a Toon. Oh yeah, thank you, Toon Link. Yeah, I'll put him in there too.
And Lucario.
And Lucario. and so Lucas, he has Zaire. I think Zaire is a pretty good tool because when he approaches at the right angle with Zaire and has a good amount of range, you can actually win neutral with that. The PK Fire is really good in this matchup. Anything that shoots horizontally really fast like that and is small can stuff Richter out of his angled forward airs. Not only that, but he has his PK Thunder. The soft hits are a lot easier to hit than Ness, and it's just a free edge guard for him, honestly. But where Lucas struggles is, again, Psy Magnet can only absorb Holy Water, can't absorb Axe, can't absorb the Cross, but he does have to use his forward smash, which is kind of laggy to reflect it. He doesn't have the greatest combo game. He doesn't have airspeed. He's going to get outranged pretty easily. His recovery is meh. He doesn't really have anything to get around ledge traps, and he doesn't ledge trap that too well himself. He doesn't have the yo-yo like Ness does, and so I think this is an even matchup. Tink. Honestly, I'm gonna put him right next to Link. I think he does barely better than Link. Really similar toolkit. He's a little bit faster in the air, a little bit more mobile. Trying to think of a major difference. He doesn't have the bomb explosions, but his bombs can confirm into combos a lot more. He has a little bit of a better combo game than Link does, in my opinion. And he hits a little harder with his forward air and back air. But aside from that, I don't see a whole lot of difference from Link. So I think he slightly loses that to Belmont's. And I think this is our last one from Brawl's Lucario. Lucario, I'm gonna say is about where Zelda is. Might do a little bit better than Zelda because I think he can go off stage a little better. He has a counter attack that can deal with projectiles. He has a command grab as well, which can mix up against Richter's up B at a shield. He has chargeable projectile, which can possibly gimp Belmont's. He has somewhat decent of a combo game. But the thing is, with Belmont's kill power, he might not even live to abuse his aura mechanic. And that's what I think is mainly his downfall. He's not very fast, he doesn't have any great burst options. He doesn't have the strongest combo game, and he just gets outranged. And so that's everything for the Brawl veterans. You guys got anything to say?
Rob?
Yeah, you guys got anything to say?
Rob.
I think Belmont's they do decent against like the Brawl cast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they could get like some kind of I don't say it. Shit, never mind.
Alright, so Rob's the last one I'm going to talk about. Rob is about where Falco and Yoshi are. Like, that one's a yikes for me. And, I think it's because Rob's, the side B. I don't know what it's called, the spin, whatever spin that he does.
Arm rotor.
Armor what?
Arm rotor.
Arm rotor.
Okay.
It reflects projectiles, and it just sends Richter as the nastiest angle. If he gets gyro confirms into arm rudder, he can kill Richter at like 50%. It's kind of sad. He's got a Nair, but I think another really big plus for him is the fact that he can fly over. He can fly over the ledge traps entirely and just land on stage with Nair. He's got gyro and laser, which can actually both gimp Richter as well. And because he's got a good recovery, if he really wanted to, he could go off stage and use Arm Rudder and his aerials. He can juggle pretty easily using his up tilt and up airs as well. and the only weakness is his large hurt box and his somewhat slow movement. That's literally it. That's literally his only weaknesses. Other than that, he does really well in that matchup.
Yeah, I'm in Rafi's region. I was playing a lot of friendly.
Oh, Rafi X.
Yeah, Rafi X. Yeah. Did you not hear me shrieking for him?
Oh no, I did.
Okay, so I played a lot of friendlies with him before Shine. He also beat Riddles as match gone.
Yeah, that matchup pretty much played itself out on the biggest stage you could see.
Essentially, yeah, and also it helped that Rafi's sick.
Saying Riddles isn't sick?
I'm saying Rafi's better.
I mean, I guess you're not wrong. He got top 8 at Shine, so
he did.
With Rob.
Riddles is going through a character crisis, so
right. A lot of the Richter mains are because of this. I mean, look at this matchup chart. Look at how many matchups he loses. So, anyways, so again, most likely going to split this up. The next part is going to be the Smash 4 veterans, which we'll cover in the next segment of this.